I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce computer. So the word computer has the stress on the second syllable pew, and letter U in this word says two sounds. It has the y and the u sound, just like in the word you. Sometimes in English, the letter U is just going to say the oo sound. Other times it says the U sound. And there are differences between American English and British English on whether or not you'll hear that gliding y sound as part of the word. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's break down the rest of the word computer so that you can say it smoothly and easily in your everyday speech. Because the first syllable come is unstressed, we don't say an O or an ah sound for this letter O. It's actually a vowel schwa, and it sounds like One way to practice to get that sound correct and within the rhythm of the word is to start on the stressed syllable of the word. That can help your mind get the rhythm and the sounds more easily. That would sound like pewter, computer. And then you might notice also that we don't say in American English computer with a t sound, no puff of air on our T. We use what's called a flap T here. It just sounds more like how we do the D sound in the middle of words. So computer, not computer. Again, also you notice that in American English, when there's an ER at the end of the word, we do say a strong sound, whereas British English may have more of a tendency to do an R-colored vowel like to computer, and we say computer, computer. Once you can say computer by itself, do try practicing it in some short phrases. Of course, this is a word that many of us use frequently. You might find that you master the word, but you still find accent error patterns happening when you're using the word in fluent speech. So the way to overcome that is to build it up in some phrases. For example, I'm looking at the computer. He works in computers. I need a new computer. Also, when we add the S to make it plural, we have the Z sound at the end, computers. Computers are very useful tools. Back to what I was talking about with the letter U and whether it sounds like U or just oo. In some words, for example, the word new in English, I was going to rewrite it like this. The word new, as in new versus old, and new as in I knew it. In American English, we have the oo sound. British English uses the new sound. You can look at my video for the words new and do and hear how they're different in American English versus British English. But we also do use the gliding y sound in words, in some words in English, and for both American English and British English. For example, words like few or view. I do have a lesson talking about how to know which to use, and if you learn the symbols in the dictionary, you can see that there will be this small lowercase j that says the y sound. That stands for the glide that we often spell with letter Y, or in this case, we don't have any letter to show you that there's that glide there. So learning to read those symbols for sounds can be very helpful in reading the dictionary to know whether or not in English you have a U or just an oo sound. You can also get more help for this and all of the sounds of English in our Sounds of English course on SpeechModification.com. Check it out on our courses page. It's a great way to build a strong foundation to pronounce any word you want, understand all of the sounds of English, and get help for the difference between how words are spelled and what sounds are in the word. That's on SpeechModification.com on our courses page. Thanks so much for this request. If you have a request you'd like to see me cover in our next word of the day, leave it in the comments and I'll add it to my list to cover in a future class. I'll be back again tomorrow with another word of the day, as well as on Saturday, we'll have our live question and answer class. You can attend that, type your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you live. Looking forward to seeing you there. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate the comments, likes, requests, suggestions, and of course, those of you who have subscribed and joined the channel, a special shout out to thank you for your support. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.